I'm gonna start crying. This video is about one of the best days of my entire life. And the words that are about to come out of my mouth, I would never believe. How can I say these words? I met 5 seconds of summer. So this video is just going to be basically me talking about my experience with some like vlog clips thrown in there because I suck at vlogging and didn't make a full vlog. And I'm just, gosh, okay, before I start, I wanted to kind of give you some background about me being a fan of them and stuff. So first of all, I've been a fan of this fucking band for 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. You know, I think that's the amount. I know it's at least 5 years. It could be like 5.5 or something technical like that. But 5 years, and I finally met them. So, basically, how did I meet Five Sauce? How much was the meet and greet? Blah, blah, blah. Well, this is how. So my friend Trinity was trying to win tickets for days at a bunch of different radio stations, and she eventually won tickets at this Atlanta radio station, 96.1. So basically, in order to win this contest, you had to live in Atlanta, so she used her friend's address, fun fact, and that's how we got to go meet them. And we got to go meet them and go see this little concert where they played 2 different songs. But yeah, I'm gonna talk all about that in a second. So we wake up super early that morning, we get ready to go meet the boys, of course, you know, we do our makeup and all that stuff, and I picked out my outfit that morning. I was spending the night at my friend Trinity's house, and I packed a backpack full of clothes so that I could pick one out. So we get on the road 2 hours late. We left at 6 a.m. and we were supposed to leave at 4, but you know, I wanted to sleep, so we get on the road and we get to Atlanta. There was nothing super adventurous that happened on the way there, honestly, so nothing to talk about. So we get there and we get to the radio station, and me and Trinity are running up to this building, and basically it's an iHeartRadio like branch, I guess, Power 96.1, and so we run up these stairs into this building, and the email said wait in the lobby. So there was a ton of other girls there, and I think we were probably like, we were there kind of early. I don't remember how early, but we were there kind of early. And then eventually a representative comes down and they give us passes, and they check our names off if we won the contest or not, and separated like the people who were just showing up trying to get in and stuff. So they gave us passes, and this is like my proof that I met Five Sauce besides the picture. So they give us the passes, and then they go around and they're like, hey, who has questions for the guys? And I was like, I got a question, what's up? So they asked a bunch of us questions. They asked me and my friend Trinity, which Trinity's like one of my best friends. I still, thank you for taking me, Trinity, I can't. So I asked my question, and I actually have it written in my phone. My question was, how has this hiatus helped with the writing process and coming up with new topics to talk about? And that's exactly how I wanted to word it, but that's not how it came out of my mouth. We'll get to that in a second. So they wrote my name down or whatever, and so a little bit later, we go into this room, and it was, you know, like a bunch of chairs or whatever, and like a small stage. It wasn't super high or anything, super intimate, and we wanted to get in the front row, but we didn't, which was kind of messed up because some people who had gotten there like 10 minutes before literally were sitting in the front, and are you joking? It was so rude. There was like a whole little confrontation about that in the front row, and I'm just gonna say, girl, if you're watching this video, God bless you, because I wanted to do it myself. So we had met a bunch of people in the lobby before, a bunch of cool people, and actually one of the people that we met was Emily, which was the girl who had the Want You Back tattoo on the inside of her lip. If you guys have seen that picture, she was there. We got to meet her, and it's actually really cool. You know, we met a bunch of awesome people. So we go sit in this room, and me and Trinity get second row. We're on the end. I'm on the very end to the right, which is Ashton's side, and then she's sitting next to me. And so they come out or whatever, and I'm like, I love you, Ashton, and he looks at me and he doesn't say anything, and I'm like, okay, thanks, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, so they sit down, and then they like talk to us a little bit, ask us who's been there and whatever, and then they play Jet Black Heart, and I kid you not, when they started playing Jet Black Heart, I lost it. I started crying. So after they played Jet Black Heart, they started to ask questions, and there was 3 questions, and I got the first question. They said Claire L, and I stood up, and I was like, so I started stuttering, and I'm like, how has, basically that's exactly what happened. I was like, so my question is, how is the hiatus? Sorry, that's exactly what I did. I wanted to die. I stuttered in front of them. But I asked them how the hiatus had helped with like their writing process and all that stuff. I worded it in a different way, but it was the same question. And so Luke answers the question and he's like, you know, hiatus, you're making it sound like we're a band from the 80s. And I was like, oh my god, I'm embarrassed. But it was just a joke, so whatever. And then they start answering the question about how, like, you know, they only had about 2 months, 3 months of a break, and then they started writing, and that they tried new things and stuff didn't work, and they would try other things, and they explained everything, and I was just shook. And then I was like, okay, thank you. And I really should have said I love you, but I didn't because I was so scared. And I sat down and I was shook because I just talked to Luke Hemmings. So then after that, they kind of just like go off stage and then we go get to meet them. And this was one of the greatest moments of my life. So I actually had wrote them a letter, and so did my friend Trinity, and we have like a pose picked out and everything, but there was no time for the poses because we only got like 30 seconds with them. It was ridiculous. So we give the letter to the guy who was collecting the gifts or whatever, which I don't even know if they got them or if they even got around to reading the letters. I hope so. So we're going up to them and we're next in line, and I'm just like, oh my god, they're right there. So another thing is that we could not hug them. The radio station said not to hug them. They made up this whole excuse, but they were really just trying to save time because they had moved their time later, and Five Sauce within an hour of when ours started, and another one had begun, and ours started at 2 and theirs started at 3, so they had to rush. So we go up to them, and I'm like about to go to Ashton, and I'm like, hi, and then I'm like, oh wait, I have to go to Michael and Luke because my friend Trinity wanted to go to Callum and Ashton because those are her faves, and then so everybody would be included, if that makes sense. My friend Trinity actually gave Callum a ring, so if you see Callum wearing a ring with like hands on it or something like that, that's from Trinity. So I go up to Michael and I'm like, hi, and he's like, hey, and he was like, we're matching, which we were not matching. If you see the photo in a second, I don't know where he got that from. I think it was because he was wearing white sneakers and I was wearing white sandals and we were both wearing black jeans. So he was like, we're matching, sort of. And then I was like, oh yeah, like you could tell I was really confused. So then we take the picture and I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. And I'm not gonna lie, I only talked to Luke during the Q&A and I didn't get to really talk to Ashton. I tried to say hi, and then Callum was talking to my friend most of the time, so I didn't really get to say hi to him. But I had an entire conversation with Michael, and I'm not going to say exactly what I said to him on camera because it was super personal, and I just kind of told him everything that I've ever wanted to say to him and that I've always wished I could tell them. And he was like, oh my gosh, thank you, that means a lot. And then he was like, can I give you a hug? Can you give me a hug? Can I give you a hug? What do you mean? I was shook. I was like, I don't know. I remember my necklace is turned around. Sorry about that. I don't know if it's been like that the whole video. But I started to give him like a hug like with one arm, and then I was like, no, this is my chance. I wrapped both my arms around him and I gave him the biggest hug. He was so cuddly and soft. Like, I have a boyfriend and I just hope he's not jealous, but that was one of the best hugs I've ever received. Like, just being able to hug your idol is like the greatest feeling ever. I've loved them for so long. For 5 years I've wanted to meet them and hug them. I've seen them live 3 times. I never got to meet them. So here is my picture of meeting the boys at 5 Seconds of Summer. Looking at this picture makes me so happy. Like, look how close Michael is standing to me. In Five Sauce, we're so tall and they are so much better looking in real life. Like, I didn't think they could get any better looking, but they're like angels. And like, pictures do not do them justice, seriously. I don't even know, like, they're just so great. They're so great. So yeah, okay, anyways, after that we walk down this hallway or whatever, and I actually get recorded by PK, which is one of the hosts of the morning show for 96.1, and he records me bawling my eyes out because as soon as I walked away I started crying.
Guys, I'm so happy. I love them so much, and they just like have done so much for me, and I got to tell them that today, and thank you guys for that.
But yeah, so after that, me and my friend Trinity take some pictures in the little lounge area, and then we go downstairs and we're hanging out with a couple other fans or whatever, waiting for our ride because we didn't originally plan to do what happened next. So we were just hanging out down there, and all of a sudden we look out the window and we just see people booking it, like running so fast as if they saw Five Sauce down the street or something. And I don't know why they were running, because we were literally like 2 feet from where they were going. I don't know. Basically, Five Sauce were leaving in their like vehicles. I don't know what they are. SUVs, Escalades. Escalades. They were leaving in the Escalades, and so we got to see them leaving in the Escalades or whatever, and just like say hi to them, and that was really cool.
I love you! I love you, Luke! I love you! I love you!
So then after that, Five Sauce had to rush because they were going to another radio station after called Q100, which was like 20 minutes of a drive away, which in Atlanta traffic took like 35. So we actually go down to Q100 because we were going to try to meet them again, and we were waiting outside and we got kicked off the property, so we walked across the street and stood there like they could do anything. Like, they literally looked so defeated. So then eventually Five Sauce come out and they drive around to the street that we're actually on, and Michael starts talking to us, so I'm going to insert that clip now.
Bro. Michael! Oh, hey, Luke. Do you like it here? Oh my god, that's just... There's Michael. Do you like it here, Michael? Michael! Hey, Austin! That's just like everyone. Like,
And then they drove away, and that was the last encounter that I had with Five Sauce. So everything after the meet and greet kind of happened pretty quickly, nothing eventful or whatever. It was absolutely crazy. I still can't believe it. I want to thank both Power 96.1 and my best friend Trinity for taking me, because without her, like, I literally would have never met them. Like, this was my only chance. It took so much convincing from my parents as well to miss school that day. But yeah, that was my experience meeting 5 Seconds of Summer. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about my little story and my little vlog clips and stuff. If you guys did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and hit subscribe below if you're part of the Five Sauce fam, or you want to become friends or anything like that. That'd be pretty great. But yeah, anyways, I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Okay, bye!